to take this fight. Looks like they will, going all 3 strong here. Actually, the whole squad is here literally to deal with this one man. So I think FIVE might not be in time to save his teammate here. That Blue, in the meantime, holding a shotgun, waiting for the door to open up. Oh, he's having a world hurt coming his way though. Oh, runs straight. MT does get a knockdown to him though.
That Blue, whoa, double!
And he does get the double onto them, but they do manage to mop it up there. Could have been a bad one here. And FIVE, of course, he was a little bit too late to the party. They're not able to support him in that regard, but that Blue only managed to get the knockdown, and that's the best he could do.
Well, with that 2 knockdowns, probably the rest of NGE might want to crash in and take advantage of this. Don't allow time for EXO Clan to reset, but EXO Clan now managed to pick up 2 of their teammates, but will they have enough time to reset? Looks like it's going to be Cats with a knockdown to Fab. The rest of NGE, they are coming in.
Yep, they're coming in hot. So now EXO Clan, first they were the hunters, now they are the hunted. Van Ugh and Hakai are holding up inside the building there, had to run out of wave due to the frag grenades being thrown out from EXO Clan, so they're forced outside the complex. But EXO Clan doesn't really have an advantage. You can use here. FIVE in the meantime had been knocked down already and is still hurting in that first floor. He's not going to be a factor at all, so they're still waiting on the other 2 members, Hakai and Van Ugh, to try to do a wrap around here. But I'm not sure what exactly they could try. What exactly could do to force EXO Clan off this position, because it seemed like they're pretty well dug in. In fact, Gobert and Chimpy are now moving around the outside here. Oh, but Gobert and Chimpy now under fire from Hakai. It looks like they got both knocked out here in one fell go. MT's the only one left here. A frag grenade being sent his way now. Hakai still not able to get a knockdown on a Malaysian player quite yet, but M is already taken down Van Ugh here, so Hakai's the last one from NGE.
Yeah, Hakai, last man standing. Can he pull off a clutch? He get another knockdown onto MT. Can he pull off a final one here? Can he do it? Oh no, it was so close. Well, I'm looking at the movement of Redsea. Now, Mr. Flying is getting closer and closer towards Leo, and Dan Pablo's on the other side. So pretty much Leo is stuck in a sandwich situation. Now his teammate has joined him in the same compound, so they just need to... Oh, what? Wait, what? Mr. Flag? What happened?
He got taken down by Leo had to take him down.
And this long stretch of hill is actually great because you get to see rotations from the road, and it's for the prime position to gather information, so that's why they want to take a priority onto this hill. Now Sly High, unfortunately, we spotted out the long range coming from Rosita will knock him down.
Yeah, that's Theeerathon FIVE actually becoming a spoiler in this fight now. So I think UV thought they had the advantage against PMA, and now they're going to be facing a backdoor attempt on the side there, and Lun Lun will use this in order to remove Sylphie from the map now. So Unicorn Venom is down to 3 men here in that assault, which is not the start to the fight they were hoping for. Certainly, Purple Mood as well is under siege here from 2 teams. They're actually sandwiched between one call as well as attack all around, but it still also spots Enter Force 36 up on the set up on the hill. Just by the distance there, so they realized that this is also a precarious position for them, because attack all around actually has a much higher elevation compared to them here, so it could certainly make it hard for Purple Boot to try to rotate even if they want to.
Well, the circle shifted, and look who's in the middle. It's going to be Redsea Esports, still with the high ground, still in the middle, so they're A-OK. Another high ground area that is going to be, that is good, is where T5 is currently at. Just look at T5's position. They are overlooking UV, just waiting for UV to make that move in front of them, and they might take that shot.
310 now just moving in between one call and PLLM. Will be taking quite a bit of fire here. Kind is a little bit low, but that's because he's riding on a motorcycle, which is completely exposed, and unfortunately he gets knocked down. Goni as well is taking a lot of damage. It looks like Kai will get deleted. Goni as well is on the ground. Vuelo and Wesker will just have to run past without them, so they lose 2 members immediately from just trying to make the rotation. Didn't quite seemed like a smart decision on their part to be going out in this open area here, but you know, they have to pay for it with the consequences.
Tanawa, now it looks like Purple Mood Esports, they're in the mood to gather those kill points. 3 kill points so far, only waiting for Thunder to open up his account in the LCQ. But at the same time, we can see that Smell getting knocked out of Patapong. Looks like UV and T5 fighting against each other, and UV, the last we saw there on the lower ground, whereas T5 on the high ground.
Oh, and I also saw that 310 loses Vuelo to EXO Clan there, so it seems like now they're just down to one last person here, and that was a disastrous rotation that the Japanese squad attempted to do there, just running to 3 teams at once. So that's certainly not the best thing to do, especially in a circle this crowded. Wesker now is the last person. Wesker now is the last person standing for Area 310 Rascal Jester. So now he's gonna have to play the long game from this point on, and with 15 teams still remaining, there's a lot of people out there that will certainly like to take his kill point, certainly.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be a challenge for him to actually hold on to at least getting into the positioning points ranks. So it's still quite a long way to go, I must say. Plus we still have phase 3s, and with 15 teams alive, yeah, he got to pray hard.
Yeah, Enter Force 86 has done well to take position here because it seems to represent a bit of a high spot here for Deva to snipe on. Should this next circle come a little bit more southward as well, I think this would be perfect for Enter Force 36, and they will still be able to stay mostly out of trouble here while they let the other teams fight. And speaking of fights though, Purple Mood now moving on to EXO Clan's position here, so it looks like it's up to the Australians now to hold their ground.
Is that 3 teams or 2 teams? 2 teams. EXO Clan and Purple Moon Esports. Now, Purple Moon Esports, they're definitely in the mood. They want to get those points. And for the side of EXO Clan, unfortunately, they'll be playing the rest of this round with 3 team members, meaning that they don't match the manpower of Purple Moon Esports. But at least they have a compound together with the high ground secured. But right now, Purple Moon Esports, no issue for them to move out to the high ground because look at the cover that they have. EXO Clan don't have a clear shot.
They don't, exactly. And Purple Mood has come up against them from an angle where they can't exactly pour some fire onto them. There's not a lot of windows that NT can use here in order to do that. Now he's going to be forced to try to take a revive on the back there while Purple Mood continues to rain down grenades. A frag and a flash has been sent in multiple rooms there. Fortunate that it hasn't quite connected on both MT as well as Gats, so it's still able to hold up in that building. But now Purple Mood is rapidly rotating here, going for the flank, trying to take control of the ground floor, which is Chimpy is the one who's going to have to fight them hand to hand right now. Fluky is going to kind of run back here. Knocked down by Chimpy, who spots him through the gap in the door there. Now we'll be falling back up to the upstairs part. Purple Moon is now going to have to stop this rotation into the house now in order to get Fluky back up.
Oh, Thunders. How are they going to do this right now? They need to really coordinate with each other. One person going in for the pickup, the rest of them giving cover. And yes, they have done it. Now the pickup will happen. But then again, look at the minimap. There's another team actually approaching. One call is coming in. They are observing the situation, waiting for the fight to start, waiting for the fight to end, and they'll come in.
Yeah, and another fight as well. Okay, actually, we're seeing the drone view on the other side there, so you can see that a lot of the members just are on the outside of this compound here, whereas PLM is still storming inside, trying to flush out EXO Clan from the first floor. Boarboats and the rest of them now piling towards where the stairwell is. They're just keeping their eyes and ears peeled here, waiting for them to show their faces before pouring a whole hose of lead onto them. MT's going to go to the door. Chimpy, unfortunately, is going to gank on by 3 at once. Needs a knockdown has come out of that part. Purple Moon now trying to stabilize the situation here. They do eliminate Gas, Empty, and Chimpy, and EXO Clan will be out in 15th place.
This could be the moment here for one call to receive the call to come into the compound. And there are 2 of them already here throwing the nades, putting pressure onto Purple Moon Esports, waiting for the rest of them to come. And now this could be the points that they want to steal away. For now, one call is coming in with a sort of, that's going to be Jaxi.
Yep, Jackson now going for the entry here. He doesn't find anyone on the ground floor because everyone from Purple Moon has already gone upstairs. So he needs to, they need to all go up at once though, or at least be able to suppress them from getting up in the windows. Oh, Jackson getting close call there. Against Tanawan runs into him for the door.
Oh, Jackson!
Thunders goes for the drop from outside the window, takes him down to the garage door. Now Trick is still on the other side of the building. Here he comes through the doorway, only to meet Fluky with his shotgun, and will be taken down. Boarboats finds Seymour around the outside, takes him out completely, and one calls Chibirit. He's gonna have to turn tail and run down because all of his team are now dead as a result of that failed assault.
Oh yeah, Chibirit will say that, okay, nope, I'm not gonna have any of this. But the best part is, the interesting part is that if only one call, maybe you rush in like together with Chibirit at least, and maybe with one of the other players. Let's see, okay, Chibrit, maybe it could be a different result, but then again, Chibrit was playing support role, that's why he was covering on the outside, but Chibrit! Oh no, that was unfortunate!
Fluky found him around the outside, and in fact, he would actually have bumped into Wesker if it wasn't careful. And I think Wesker might actually be thinking about looting him right now, but unfortunately it's not a secure battlefield here because we got Global Esports Xsset actually making their way up the hill as well. So it seems like this has become quite a bloodbath there in this house. With Rich Purple Moon now is the one holding it at this point, but for how long can they hold on? Well, with all these teams just crowding around trying to take them out of that hill.
Oh yeah, number one, they want some of that as well. Triple A, can they defend this compound? Right now they are still 2 players active, but Dan Pablo coming in from behind, getting knocked out to Virtue.
Oh man, and they got a member SST K9 as well, hanging by the cliffside, but it doesn't seem like he want to be involved in Triple A's little quandary here because they are surrounded inside the complex. They seem to be held down because of J-Dye being knocked down early on. Deadly Strike in the meantime doing a hurt onto Enter 436 as Deva has been taken out of the map there, so it seems like that battle is unfolding on the western side, while number one in the meantime still trying to hold their own here in this compound because even though they tried to assault on the Triple A by having Virtue 2-2-2-2-2 taken out, now Mio is going to be alone here in his attempt to try to get onto Triple A. With SST now moving rapidly into the position, I think it's going to be really bad for Virtue. Molotov catches on the MIOU. Can he put out in time though? Oh, just barely 6 points of health left for him, but this is going really bad and worse now because Triple A decided to pounce straight onto him. All the vehicles coming in its way, and there's no way he can hold his ground with so many guns trained on him.
Yeah, valiant attempt there, but dedicated Triple A, they were ready to take him down, so that is at the end for him. But we have now the top 10 teams. Only one more slot left for the team to not get a single placement point. That's going to be Deadly Strike. And now the placement points will start to accumulate over the time that the teams get eliminated.
Yeah, they will. Up Chen, oh, just really running out the entire magazine, that mini 14 there, because he wants to finish off. Imha should be able to do that. Don't know. Oh, unless he gets spotted by someone else and gets taken down. Runex actually saves his teammate there, Imha, from being able to be taken out. Now Global Esports is going to be forced to get a revive here, while Venom is going to try to catch Leo and actually does knock him down on the side there. So SST thought they were going to be able to get the jump on the Gex, but no, look at how the turntables here. Global Esports Xsset now just putting SST under massive pressure. T9 will be taken down as well. I think SST's time is done.
Yeah, and that's going to be coming in from Yuri with the AUG, getting knocked down. But for the side of GX, well, only one player left, I believe. Are they still in this? Yes, there's still one player left.
Yeah, they're still in this. They still have one player here, but unfortunately, he may not be able to do much to try to revive them because they're all out in the open. There's no cover there, and you still have Feven running around in that Jeep there, so he still represents a threat right now for Xsset. Yuri now under fire, now under pressure. He's going to try to pop a smoke, but it doesn't seem to be in the right position, though. It gets him under the car there. He sends a Molotov out to try to hold off Feven, but Imhak finds him for the side. Sweet, sweet revenge there onto Yuri as he eliminates Global Esports Xsset in 9th place.
Okay, here we go. The fight's not over yet, though. We can see that SST still needs to get up onto the high ground, still needs to get into the circle, but T5 might be waiting for the Dongley T5. Another team as well waiting in the shacks, but now moving over to PMA. Lun Lun spotted out his opponent there, tapped onto his opponent's Smell, and Smell still survives somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he again still protected by the Jeep somewhat, even though his legs was a little bit exposed, but Lun Lun isn't able to connect too much with the vegetation, getting in the way of his crosshairs there. So I think Smell, though he's still very much in trouble though, because he can't quite maneuver out of area. That's why he has to pop the smoke now and hope to try to avoid PMA's assault from that point on. The Blue Zones continue to crowd around here as Wesker Jones in front of Triple A gets two kills out there and gets elimination of Kaluza. What is this man made of?
Oh, Wesker! My oh my, that was a compound fight. He managed to get 3. And here we go. Lun, beautiful shot as well to Smell.
Yeah, Jankuwov will take out NHE, but I don't think they have actually found Wesker yet, even though he already knocked out and eliminated one of their own. Rosatan also finds Dan Pablo and takes him out completely. Sapau will get popped off there by Lun Lun as well, and now he's finding another member, Unicorn Venom, J-Ken, who is attempting to try to link up with them, and a headshot will come true for the Mini 14. Lun Lun eliminating the whole squad all by himself.
4 points for Lun Lun and his team. And now moving over to Redsea Esports, they do have the high ground still, and they have the circle. Look at this, Circle is pretty much on their side, but now the next challenge is to go up against the other teams who are currently on the lower ground. We got PMA at the closest at their side. Wesker, he's not done yet though. Runex will be knocked down.
Runex will be knocked down, and Rosette will actually steal the kill away from Wesker, while Feven actually picks off their fellow countryman there, and that will be 310 eliminated in 7th place. Attack all around, sending flashbacks of frag grenades into the building where SST is currently sold. And I mean, man, that's just a magnet right now for all these utilities coming in. Him hiding in the corner there, waiting for Janko up, but the smoke is making it hard for him to respond to whatever's inside the building right now. Can they actually find him in time though? Elsewhere, Scrut actually taking a lot of damage there thanks to the Molotov, as well as the shots coming from outside. Attack all around, very much finding themselves in a very tight situation here with all of these teams just breathing down the necks.
To make it even worse, there's a road in between all of these teams, and now it's a 50-50 in terms of road that they need to manage. But the next phase of Circle could change that. Let's see who's it favoring. And now the next phase, here we go. Looks like it's going to go onto the right side, meaning that teams like Redsea, which is the only team on the left side of the road, we need to figure out how to get across.
So they're hoping to try to take control of the northern side here to at least keep PMA suppressed and hopefully be able to take control of the complexes just down below. But NHE and AAA are already set up in those buildings positions there, so it's not going to be an easy fight here for T5.
Oh, Papazae, look at this. He's just on top of the hill, just on top of PMA, but they're going to stop each other as Papazae wants to get across. But at the same time, we have T5 keeping an eye on all of them. And T5 happily taking the shot. Tanado, can he land those shots? So many shots pulled out, but none of them landed.
Yeah, Papazae it's still probably being a little bit easier now that T5 is actually forcing PMA into a bad position here. But then now actually they spot him on the wheels.
Oh!
Takes him out and lets Redsea be eliminated in 5th place. So 4 teams now still remaining. PMA almost got himself in the car with a headshot onto IMP, even though he tried to pick out the rest of his teammates. Unfortunately, with that one headshot here for Tanadol, that eliminates the chances in this final circle.
Right now, all they need to do is just stay put. When that fight ends, they just come in and be the mop-up crew.
Yeah, they'll be the best bet they could. But the thing is, NHE is camping inside this building using these off angles actually to try to head off T5 here. So they're hoping that at least that they wouldn't try to go by the side door if they actually do a two-prong attack by the side door as well as the front. This could be bad, but Long K decides to reposition, picks up a gas can of all things. Well, the Molotov right now is open, actually completely closed up the exit. He sends a frag grenade down to try to discourage a bit of movement there. The gas can is going to continue to keep the fires going, I think, there, because he probably could be able to pop that to prevent anyone from Theeerathon FIVE be able to get through the doorway there. So that's actually a brilliant thing he was going to be doing here.
Yeah, he's going to use that gas can whenever they walk in, but looks like they're not going to go in for the bait. So everyone's just going to stay chill. Maybe they read what might happen. They anticipated it, so they're not going to make those big moves just yet. AAA, on the other hand, just observing whatever has happened on the other building. They'll be happy to clean them up when the fight ends.
Well, I mean, there's the campers versus the attackers right now, isn't it? I mean, T5 sends a frag grenade. That actually deals quite a bit onto Long K, but I don't know whether that's going to be enough for them to make an entry. In fact, Tanado is actually still holding around the outside, so T5 hasn't quite made the signal to just rush in quite yet, because it's still, they only have spotted Long K. They haven't seen the other member of T5 who is hiding, the other member of NHE, I should say, who is hiding up on top of the rafters, and it is a bit of a insurance policy, I think, for anyone who decides to run through, which Rosette is actually keeping an eye out on the long hallway. But again, without any sight about what's happening in the back there, they're a little bit skittish about trying to take this approach.
Okay, let's see what kind of approach will they go for, because time won't be on their side. At this point, both teams actually just waiting it out. I mean, playing the patient game, who's going to make the first move. And it does feel like at some point, T5 will need to make the first move because they're on the outside. But okay, anyway, the circle is going to close entirely. And looking at the position of the players right now, T5 Hatsawa is closest to the blue, meaning that he'll be the first one to move, and that might trigger his other teammates to do the same.
You know, the thing is that AAA looks like they're also gearing up to make a rotation too. So this could be, this could potentially spoil whatever T5's plans are when it comes to this movement here. But Hasawat has just been caught by O2 Squirt on the outside, so AAA is actually moving a lot faster than I expected here. They might try to catch any of the T5 stragglers who are still around the outside, not undercover, and that's actually going to put a wrench in their works while they attempt to still keep the siege going on to NHE. So far, they just have to hold on and wait and see whether or not AAA will be able to wipe out the rest of T5 around the outside there. And I think this is putting pressure on T5 to make this move.
Oh, Rosetta knocked down onto Jedi. This could be the moment here. But then again, AAA, they still can reset. They still have time. They still have enough cover. And no other team is making big moves.
Yeah, I mean, T1706 is still camping in that same spot the entire time here, while Long K has moved down to the side here on the window and actually finds Jack Huoff, who attempts to try to get J-Dye back up to speed. So now AAA is already down 2 men here. Now Rosset is going to use this distraction here to try to get up to the bell tower. Will not find anyone there. But in fact, we'll actually use that to try to get a shot at O2 Skirt. Almost get a spray down to him there. T5 now taking control over the rooftops on this point here. So they're just going to disregard new House Esports. Instead, they're going to try to use this opportunity to finish off the rest of AAA.
Ooh, then AAA is eliminated now, leaving with the last 2 teams, T5 as well as NHE, who will get this chicken dinner. It's 2v2 then, so they kind of equal each other. And now, since it's going to be a compound fight, it's going to be a little bit of a hold up between these 2 teams. But the blue will not allow them to hold up any longer. We can see that Rosetta will be forced to move.
Yeah, the thing is, it's still a 2v2 in this situation here. So whatever matters here, whoever gets that first pick off there is certainly going to get the advantage. But Long K, I think he might have spotted Rosset. But at 17-07, tried to move out in front and actually gets knocked down by Rosset. The thing is that he's having help, but Long K doesn't have a shot onto him again. So Rosset will be able to get himself up to speed now. He eliminates the last member there. Long K now has a hold up inside the building. I don't know, there's full frag grenades.
Here we go!
To pop inside, gets a knockdown onto Rosset. Now leads Tanadol, who's still up on the rooftop there to see whether or not he can get a drop. But the circle, it's still going to be coming around the corner of the house there. I don't know how they're going to try to resolve this here. Either he's going to have to jump down from the roof, or Long K is probably going to have to huddle around the corner. The circle ever shrinking right now. Tanadol found the perfect position though. To try to
it's great for Tanadol.
The blue zone is going to finish off Long K. Takes the wicket with a chicken dinner. Or as we jump into our second match. Yeah, number 1, Lambau is already taken on to 310 here. It looks like the team number 1 is moving onto the compound that 310 is hold in. Duvello is already taken on the outside there. Wesker has been knocked down as well. Miao Yu is on top of the roof while Zifao goes into the building. Wesker should be finished off now, while Lambau is going to be joining the rest of them. And Virtue will find Goni as he attempts to get inside the building. Gets a kill as well to Kind, and that will eliminate the whole of 310 out in 60th place. The first team to be eliminated in map number 2. Who knows? I mean, maybe he still might get a lucky shot. Smell just smells an opportunity. Only forgets to take him down as soon as he got to the building there. But that's not quite the start that UV was looking for. They already lose a smell right away. EXO Clan rapidly responding to this. Sapao has to hold up in the complex next to just nearby. Next circle here. It's going to be coming up soon. That moves right onto Picado Power Grid. It says Monte Nuevo. So that actually works out well for the teams we have just hold up here at the moment. Certainly has its time right now. Team number 1. Okay, these were the guys who were using E pick up just now. I thought I saw a Toho being sent up to the sky. So number 1 is going to try to use this hot drop on top PLM. They already took down Thunders now. Trying to find the rest of them though, but they have lost Virtue on the ground right now.
I doubt that he'll be able to be saved.
Jedi still here with a frag grenade, eliminates 2 members of EXO Clan right now. Over is still trying to hold his own, but Unicorn Venom's J-Can will take him down, taking them out in 14th place there. What a shame for this Australian squad, but the fight is still not quite over because Unicorn Venom is still under pressure from PMA, E36, and Gex are right now locked in a one-on-one battle here on this side of the circle. And with the terrain being as it were right now, there's not enough cover, so Deva and Xki is going to try to flank around the right-hand side. Xavier and Leo are going to be, they already got eliminations onto Sylphia as well as Yuri. Yuri will be taken out completely. Deva sending grenades, but in the wrong direction though, because Gex is not set up in that position. Instead, now Leo will be able to watch them come over the hill.
Oh yeah, but pressure is going to be on their opponents because when the circle closes, they'll be by the edge of the blue. They have 59 seconds to decide what to do next. Papa Zai at the other side. Looks like he's still alive for Redsea. Managed to get a knockdown, but hasn't secured the kill yet.
Not quite yet. This next circle still within the power grid relatively, but a lot of these teams are still taking scraps on the outside here, and they're not quite done. Leo watching. Oh, he sees actually calls off. He is not able to respond in time, and he will get taken down. In the meantime, I think Unicorn Venom has just been eliminated off screen. Global Esports Xsset is also been taken out as well for all the other fights just breaking out around them.
Oh, E36! Oh no, he didn't know what hit him. And Chimoy was there. Chimoy was prepared, and Chimoy defending his ground. The last man for one call.
Now the blue zone is going to start to crunch onto them now, forcing them out in the open. Simoy from one call as well is within vicinity of AAA, and they finally find him, take him out completely. So that means the 4 teams that still remain, Deadly Strike is moving towards T5's position here. So this is actually working out well for attack all around, because now they have already laid out a path of smoke as well, covering their movements. So it's making it hard, make it less likely for Deadly Strike or T5 to actually spot them. But Jason, nevertheless, is still under fire here. Lots of grenades being thrown in the direction of Jankuwolf, who is still attempting to try to get the knockdowns onto T5 here. Ekalusia actually finds a member of a T5 right side there. Pandapon will be able to take out Jason as well, so they're not exactly going this unscathed. Jankuwolf goes to get a headshot, still isn't able to get it so far, but Tanadol has already eliminated a lot of members here from this Deadly Strike here, so it looks like their attempt to try to take on T5 has not worked out well, because attack all around moves in at the same time. Looks like we've been eliminated. Oh, and a frag grenade comes in, gets a knockdown of one of the members of AAA. Jankuwolf still gets a kill anyway, but then T5 comes in to mop up the rest and take the chicken dinner. At the same time, T5 has almost gotten into the counter with Starlord from E36, but that doesn't seem to have come to pass. Really want to see what's going to be happening with this Purple Moon versus PMA fight, though. Looks like they're only just really struggling to try to find some weapons. First one to get knocked down here doesn't bode too well for PLM right now.
Oh, I mean, Purple Moon Esports, they are a team with a lot of firepower in them. They're up there because of their firepower. If they were to go out at this point, it's going to be tough. But let's see. We know that they can come back here. They have the firepower. And they're going to start off with Thunders, trading it back out to Teddy, and Teddy taking out the game.
Yep, it looks like PLM is going to get slowly but surely wiped from this area here. The palace has a lot of like open ground along with like buildings, so you know you're never exactly secure. You know, even when you might think you are, because there's a lot of spaces from which all these kind of guys can kind of pop around. I do love sort of like the Korean theme that's going on here. It's a lot different than the type of the resort, for example. That's the first thing to think about in Sandhawk. This is a lot more markedly different type of battleground here, and that circle going up to the onto the island. So I guess those teams decide to jump off late are certainly in a huge advantage now. T5 literally right in the middle of the circle now. So I don't know. I'm thinking that they perhaps will be able to defend the lead for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they bought the circle or something. Not sure what happened. What did he do to get that? But anyway, it's their luck for now. But let's see if they can defend it. But at least we're also getting a very different circle this time. It's on that small island. So I'm looking forward to see how this island will be played out.
I wonder how much you have to bribe Sergey in order to be able to make the blue zone come your way, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. I guess lots of drumsticks.
Lots of drumsticks indeed. Yeah. Anyways, Thunder's hiding around on the rocks here while Snox29 seems to have the same idea to try to take the side, but I think Thunder's, he's a little bit lacking in range, though. He will spot Snox29.
Oh, nice.
Gets the drop onto him, though, taking him out completely. So that didn't quite work out well for Snox. PMA now down one man here. He's going to be eliminated from the mat, in fact, by Thunders now. So the fight still continues on. PLM having taken control over the northern part of the palace here. An attempt by PMA to flank them just really ended with like one conceded kill.
Well, Purple Moon Esports, they are still showing what sort of firepower they have within them. Despite them losing one player, Tanawa, but they're still able to fend off PMA. And now PMA, they're not interested to take this fight away. Totally understandable because they don't have the manpower. Pete hoping to get away to safety, grabs a vehicle, but he's getting close by. Pete! One last hit on him and he'll be down.
Oh, he's just running and running and running away. Can't even put him in as much distance as he can from the palace. Looks like he should be home free right now. And actually, he's going to be running to the path straight away of some care packages that we've just found. So now, PMA should be able to peel away. Seems like PLM will have control of the palace after all. And it's going to be good news for the Purple Moon squad.
Oh, and he's going to get 3 care packages if he chooses to stick by, if he chooses to go there. It's like the answer is nope. Oh, but Hakai, hang on. Wait on a second, Hakai. Hakai? Pete is coming.
Yo phase, Hakai finishing up the kill as well. So it looks like PMA has just gotten out of the frying pan and into the fire now, because now only one member of them still remain, and that's going to be a very, very lonely few phases for him now.
Imagine how devastated he must have felt after that. Thought he got away, but no. But anyway, now we
Gex
got
versus 310.
GX. Here we go, 1v1.
Xavier almost thinking about going for the flash, but then Wesker is right on the door. He breaks the door down in order to get the kill straight away. That's a big brain move I've ever seen. One, Vuelo is attempting to run in there, but Xavier gets a good spray down, putting him in a lot of pressure as well. Yuri will be able to finish off Vuelo. Leo has been taken out by Goni in the meantime on the outside, but the two members of 310 has managed to get themselves flanked around the right-hand side. So Upchen has a frag grenade ready to meet any of the attackers decided to come into the compound, but then Kine is going to be taking a slower approach right now, just making sure that the outside of the perimeter is secured here, which doesn't seem to be so because the doorway on the right-hand side is making it hard for them to get the jump onto them. In fact, the door is going to open up by Xavier, and Kai's going to pop right in and gets a knockdown onto the member of GX now, and 310 still holds around the outside.
Oh, and Kane is still alive. Kane still needs to win this fight, and it's going to be Kane taking them all out.
Nice one there from 310, literally baiting them to try to come out to fight. I mean, again, the problem was that Yuri had been taken out to the outside, but look who's coming here. A new challenger has appeared on the field, and it's going to Unicorn Venom. They have all 4 members still up, so 310 might just be in a spot of trouble here.
Oh no, Velo got to reset quickly because Sapao and Co. wants to get on that.
Skull straight onto Vuelo, so he's immediately taken out. Kian and Goni and the last 2 members remaining, but Unicorn Venom rapidly moving into the convenience store. Will take down Goni. Now Sapao is going to come in front, gets a spray. And Kane will take out 310 Rascal Jesters.
Oh man, 310, just when they wanted to celebrate that win.
Also just getting around to the bridge there, looking like might be gate kept by another team here.
Oh!
New House Esports' Joy, who is holed up by the bridge here, finds Neo and will be able to take him out. Virtue 22222 has already been taken out as well. So Lambao is going to try to use the Jeep to try to get out towards near where the water is, rather underneath the bridge. Seems like he's able to give New House Esports a slip, so at least Tina 1 has a member still alive. PLM not quite done with this assault here. Looks like they find Donaldo, who had to jump out to the outside here, almost get the drop on the end, but the Thunder is going to come through the doorway. But Donaldo will catch a stray from the outside there from Van Ung by NGE, and he will actually be taken out completely here by Boardbots. So that actually didn't work out well, but T5, they just lost one of the most important members on this squad. Get to the coast, which I think I've seen them do that before in the last takeover map here, so let's see whether or not this is going to work out well for them. Last time round, they were in the hot seat, so has Parker Paul because he's just been knocked down here. Redsea already getting the jump on the T5 very early on. This is looking really bad for the Thai squad.
Okay. They could be eliminated by Redsea, but they're still Rosseted. He can still kind of get away, but oh man, look at the minimap. The rest of Redsea is coming in. He might not have an exit route after this.
He may not. In fact, with like Redsea circling around here, he sense the blood and the water right now, and Rosseted is just bleeding out along with the rest of his team. The last, he's just been spotted by Zayed, so now they know they've been locked inside the house here. So Redsea Esports, a fantastic opportunity for them to take out the team that's on top of the leaderboard here. A frag grenade is going to be sent out around here. Can't quite pop into where Rosseted Jr. is, but again, he's watching in the doorway. He sees Mr. Flank and sees Dean. He almost had an opportunity to get a pot shot, but didn't quite take the shot there, unfortunately. And Zayed is going to come around and flank the side. Mr. Flank in the meantime sends a frag grenade into the building, does do a little bit damage. Rosseted who only comes out to be caught out by Dean, and that will be the end of T5's run here on Tago.
And speaking about joining, E36 wants to join in. They pull out a couple of shots onto Redsea, putting pressure onto them. And now one call's making the call. They're going to come in from the other side of the building, and they want to rush in. They want this compound. They want the points.
Chibirit as well as Simoy now joining Trick as they assault the compound here. They still have plenty of troubles to go. Simoy still has three smoke grenades, a frag as well as a Molotov, so he can certainly afford to spend quite a bit coming onto Redsea here. Dean still holding up, camping by the corner here, waiting for anyone from one call to decide to pop in there. Dean in the meantime is on the outside here, can't quite spot the rest of one call through the smoke at the moment. Mr. Flank still on the other building there. Number one is also joining into the fight here. Dean spots a Chibirit, goes for the spray, but doesn't quite get a knockdown. Now has to run through the smoke now, putting himself in a precarious position here. But one call can't quite spot him yet, so Dean's a little bit safer now, but frag grenades are still coming through to try to flush it out. They flush it out, they did. Chibirit almost gets in trouble, but Dean down and takes him out completely.
Dean, beautiful from Dean, but he's not out of it just yet. 10 health left for Dean. He needs to reset quickly. Now, tossing out the stun grenade just to buy time for himself. But no! Dean loses the fight, and it's going to be Chimo that takes him out.
Busy looting, I expect. Number 1 and E36, you know, they were lurking close by to where one call was. But it seems like they may have encountered each other because Sylphia is just scanning the tree line right now, trying to see if he can spot anyone, either Scout or someone else.
Oh.
A frag grenade is going to come his way, but Lambao Wu was just in front of the tree, just in front of him, and then actually gets knocked out of the hit instead. Starlord will be able to come from the back there to keep Lambao Wu under pressure, but unfortunately, he'll duck off there with 1% of health left. But Lambao Wu will be caught out with XK1 from the flanking side, and that will be the end of team number 1.
So they need to be prepared to fight, and fight they will. Hawkeye will be at the forefront. Hawkeye tries to spot out where his opponents are at, but they have the high ground against him.
Yep, Deadly Strikes 3 members. They will find Hawkeye. Should be able to finish him off with no pressure whatsoever because of Redsea NGE
Oh!
compound. But then Venom, actually takes out Mount Rush when he attempts to try to move down. Fob is attempting to try to hold his own as well, but it's under heavy fire coming from Deadly Strikes' area. Damplu is going to be moving up with the car. And Borbo's and PLM also
Here we go!
And Fob does get a knockdown. And Thunders where the Blue Zone crowds around him now. And that's not going to be enough. He's going to be taken out by Fluky, who comes in from behind. Again, Deadly Strikes down to that last member there. He's trying to get the revives going for his team now, but with DLM providing some pressure from down below here, and one call now also getting to the mix here. This is looking like a very dangerous, precarious position here for Deadly Strike. Greg Grenades almost catching that last member there. Hopefully we will get on board there, but Strick is going to be running away there. PLM's frag grenades do finally connect on the Crazy Boy, taking him out completely, and Deadly Strike is out in 8th place.
Oh, but PLM, look at this. They're not done yet. They're still ranking in the kills. PLM somehow still survive, but now their next challenge is to get into the circle. SST is waiting right in front of them, and they need to get across the road. And after they get across the road, they have one call waiting for them.
They have one call waiting for them, and SST as well, holding the other side. So they have two teams to kind of deal with, and AAA as well is getting to a scrap with EXO Clan. Looks like Gobert is a little bit too low. Imhawk at the moment still providing some pressure onto Purple Moods' side, and looks like one of their K9 is actually caught on the outside. Will get eliminated. Imhawk is going to be forced to move away, but Thunder does pour some fire onto him, forcing him to take cover behind the trees. But with the blue zone now up against this side here, Thunder is going to try to surf around it to try to get the beat onto Imhawk. He's trying to force the issue.
Whoa!
In the meantime, eliminating AAA as they attempted to try to get the assault there done on EXO Clan. Instead, the tables got turned onto them.
Okay, Purple Moon Esports now only has one more to deal with. Purple Moon Esports, however, doesn't have Flucky with them. I don't think there'll be enough time for them to pick up Flucky. Flucky's just too far away. The zone is going to put pressure. Chimo, on the other hand, going to put pressure on the PLM as well. PLM now forcing themselves into the zone with the vehicles.
Yep, Simoy right now joining up with Trick as well as Jexy to try to head off EXO Clan, who had just won the victory against AAA there. In the meantime, E36 looking like they're getting taken out by the blue zone there. They were approaching from the southwestern side, and it looks like that didn't quite work out well for them. Imhawk in the meantime still alive, still kicking right now, continue to keep the pressure onto PLM. That's a few good shots there. He gets on the board boats. Not enough to get a knockdown yet. He's forced to get down on the road to get the first 8 kit out. But then again, SST, he's the last person standing here. He's attempting to try to finish off PLM, who did quite a number onto them as they get across the street. But will he be able to get the kills done though? Borbos is already getting some other speed.
Wait, what?
Off!
Oh, I'm here from the outside the circle. Toss a nade to rule them all.
Blue zone grenade going to be set up on the side there, attracting everyone's attention now. Goobert's still going to be up on top.
What? I'm looking at the airdrop on the northern side. Look at this. It's blessing one call at this point.
Yeah, it's actually giving them a lot of good, important loot there, so they can afford to sit back and let UV and EXO Clan just fight it out. A good creep is going to be coming right through by J-Ken. That didn't quite work out as Goober takes him down completely. So Unicorn Venom now still he tries to set a frag grenade there, does get Goober down to half of his health, but he's also watching out the back because it looks like E36 also wants to get in on it, actually becoming a third party on the back of the UV here. So it looks like they have to try to take this maneuver onto EXO Clan, but it's looking like it's going to be tough with them to make the maneuver now. now with the E36 already giving the pressure. Here's Sapao getting the knockdown to Goober here. Gas also getting knocked down. EXO Clan looks like they're rapidly falling apart now. Silhi finishes off Goober here. He's going to try to see whether he can spot the last member of EXO Clan, which is going to be Gas right up on the top of the hill, but he does get a health kit. He's going to try to run away and duck out of this fight.
Okay, here we go. It's moving in. Gats can Gats into the right moment. You'll be meeting up with UV very, very soon. Gets the high ground advantage. He spots one, but on the other side, he didn't see the one on the left, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then at the Traverse 36 entering the fight now. They spot Sylphie, knocks him down. They just have to spot out Smell. Try to finish off Sapao, but it's going to be XP who find Smell on the back there. And Ender Force 36 will wrap up this fight here. Although they do have Sylphia knocked down, should be able to get him back up online. One call. I wonder what they managed to find in all those care packages there. And if so, is that going to help in the fight against Eater the 6 now?
Well, it's a free resupply. Like what you said, it also depends on what they're going to do next. But looking good so far for one call. But let's see if they can wrap things up. Right now, we can see that Gmo is trying to find his target across. But the trees, the hill, is just blocking his sight.
Blocking his sights indeed, and Ender 436, still have a bit of that dune left. Although the blue zone now is up against their backs here, so the chances are the next maneuver is going to be out in the open, which will be perfect for one call here, as they have a lot of scopes and a lot of good weaponry. The Mark 12, that's definitely going to be from the care package that they picked up there. It's a trick. He's certainly having firepower today. He spots Sylphia up on top, but the foldable shield has actually kept him alive for now. Star-Lord is still keeping an eye out for Samoy, as well as Jexi and what trick. He may actually spot one trick through the smoke, but see the pop there. He actually catches Jexi, does get a little bit of a spray down, but the trick is going to be able to take Star-Lord down instead. Sylphia still up on the top there. He's probably the last one standing here for E36, but one call now is going to be collapsing straight onto the Japanese squad here, but one last pickoff will secure them the chicken dinner.
Okay, one call being surrounded. Where are they going to go from here? I mean, SST has every corner covered. They got the long range, they got the short range. They're just next to them. I mean, one call, man, they have no choice but to just win the fight.
Yeah, they had to cancel the E pickup just now, so looks like they're going to be bogged out here for quite a bit. Venom is already taking control of one building, gets spotted inside a bit of a ping as well, forcing him now to duck around to the bottom here. One call is going to be taking control of this one building here. Runax is still on the outside. A Molotov is going to be sent in there to try hopefully flush Venom out. Tay9 in the meantime going to be wrapping around to pick up the Jeep as they looking to try to rapidly reposition themselves, or at least secure an insurance here should this fight go south for them.
Okay, so SunSister doesn't have a good view though of the opponent. They know that they're in the compound, but they can't really see. I guess that's where the compound really kind of helped one call. But how long are they going to stay here? They cannot stay here forever. There are a lot of risks here. Okay, other teams could come into this compound and be the third party. That's number one. Number two, they will lose prime positions to other teams rotating into the circle.
And and on a personal level as well, I hate to be the player that basically has to just sit back and wait for the other team to make the move now, which is pretty much the position that one call is at this point, because they can't exactly they can't run away there. They're completely surrounded on all sides by SST. They can't exactly poke their head out too much, because that's going to risk them getting pelted by frag grenades or molotovs or even smoke grenades. And SST now, they have a bit of a hard time actually flushing them out, because I think they're just running out of grenades to throw anyway. So they're just kind of stuck waiting, or rather just seeing whether or not they can maneuver around and hopefully bait out some sort of response from one call themselves. But one call, knowing that the situation, the cards is stacked against them, are deciding to just dig in, stay quiet, stay silent, and then wait for SST to make the first move.
Okay, this is a daunting feeling, right? Like, you don't know when will they make the first move, like how are they going to do it, what kind of entry points they're going to use. But SunSister, okay, are they leaving this compound? Did they just steal vehicles from one call?
Are they Stealing vehicles,
Yeah.
one call. I mean, they are certainly getting some vehicles now. And one call sees,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they literally just peeled away from this. They decided, yeah, it's not going to be worth it to hold up here. They might be coming across the hill. I do see another squad coming through. Redsea Esports actually catches NHE here. Long K has been taken down. Should be finished off here by Papa Zayed, and looks like NHE might be getting a little bit more trouble than they bargained for.
Well, there's going to be Redsea getting the kill point, and of course they are currently at the edge of the top 8, so they definitely need the points in the back there. They'll take it off anybody.
Coming in the other side,
Hello.
SSC having an easy pickup and dropping down close to where New Generation Esports is. They try to snipe them down. K9 actually takes a bit of a shot there, but I don't think that's going to be enough to knock them down or stop them even getting that away. Triple A in the meantime looks like they're getting into a counter now with Gex because Savior has been taken out by a headshot there.
Attack all around. Okay, be prepared to attack all around, literally, as he's been surrounded by NHE. Managed to get the first knockdown, 2 more at the bottom. Can he get the second one at least? Yes, he can. What a nice peak shot from Skirt. Amazing gameplay.
Yep, Triple A now getting themselves a nice, decent haul there, as NHE no doubt was like, I saw them kind of like using the cars to go around, and that seemed to have caught them in a bad place. PMA has actually caught Imhop and taken them out of the map. New Generation's Hakai is moving in the same vicinity where Redsea Esports is. Papa Zayed has loaded up his teammates into the Jeep, but seems like shots are still coming through. Tana Watt, spawn's empty, attempting to try to hide behind a tree. Now he's going to try to regroup with Goobert there, as EXO Clan, who has already lost 1 member, mind you, are now under fire from yet another team here in the form of Purple Mood.
Well, Purple Mood Esports, so far this round, not really in the mood to find kills. 0 kills for now. Well, unless they want to show up later and just wipe out everyone, we'll need to wait and see. But so far, we're still 15 teams available in this round. And we'll see the next video circle in about 10 more seconds. So far, everyone seems to be settled down within the circle. Even like one call from Rosa managed to find their way up onto the shooting range island. They're A-OK for now, but the next circle will determine if they will still be okay. But keep your eye on the top left there.
Yeah, the top left, number 1 is collapsing onto UV here. I don't think we've seen any knockdowns coming quite yet. Instead, the knockdowns on NGE, who are also fighting on the other side with Redsea here. Purple Mood Esports continue to keep EXO Clan completely suppressed there. Attack all around. Jack Wolf gets knocked down there by a shot from Yuri on the Mini 14. And that's even though they tried to get a jump onto him, looks like Yuri had a little bit of a last laugh.
Ooh, yes, a beautiful one indeed. Let's see if Janku can be picked up there. But now looking at the circle shift, the ones that were fighting on the top left, well, they need to make this fast. Now look at this, the long range coming from Thunders. It does connect, but not enough to take anyone down just yet. At the same time, we can see that Dark Blue together with Tanawan getting kills for himself.
Yeah, I think NGE is sweeping up Redsea, but Papa Zai is still putting up a decent fight right now. But Hakai is coming up behind him, putting a lot of damage on the Papa Zai here. He's actually going to catch him up. He takes him out completely from the back, and Redsea is out in 15th place. Yeah, PMA were in a fight just now with T5. It looks like Rostetet has already been knocked down, and NGE quickly peeling away from this because realizing they're going to be set on the pawn by other teams here, and SST is moving up from the south side as well, providing a lot of pressure. They got a knockdown on Hakai as well, so it looks like the NGE has to stand their ground and fight here. Thunderdol out in the blue zone will get eliminated out in 11th place, so Theeerathon FIVE not able to join the rest of them inside this final circle. NGE is still not out of the woods yet. They're still attempting to try to rescue Hakai, but SSC continues to keep them under pressure.
Oh, this is such a messy fight right now. You move and you shoot, you move and you shoot. A Faven, can he get one for himself? At the same time, the blue is going to put pressure to all on the Faven. Will be knocked down by Venom. Faven will need T9. Can he finish him off instead?
Yes, he will. He will get a knockdown together with the flashbang. So now SSC has bought themselves a little bit of time while the rest of NGE will be peeling away from this battle now. Kyle cutting away their losses here. So SST a bit of a tight one there, especially with 2-3 teams moving into the circle there, being pushed by the blue zone, forcing them into that fight. Unicorn Venom in the meantime getting a bit of a counter with number 1. Miou is the only one there right now because his teammate has been eliminated. Smoke grenade allowing him to cover his approach while Sapawa is attempting to try to to keep him away from this next safe zone.
Somehow keeping MiYoU at bay, bored them pretty much by the side of the blue. The blue will put pressure to them anytime soon. MiYoU tries to find a good angle, but the smoke is just blocking his side. MiYoU with the barrel in hand. Barrel versus barrel, but then again JCan, he has a high ground against MiYoU. MiYoU still can't find his target just yet. MiYoU needs to move. He has a vehicle, but if he takes his vehicle, he could be shot down. He's going to take that risk into the vehicle.
Yeah, he's going to try to risk it right now, just trying to run because the blue zone is already closing in. JCan goes for the spray, but that forces MiYoU on the outside, and he will get eliminated there. Team number 1 not able to proceed on here. 8 teams is still remaining in this circle.
Oh, there you go. K9 is not done yet. He's getting one for himself. Runex on the other side. Tries to get a good sight on the other target, but not able to do so. Runex right now still on the outside circle. 310 still stopping them from coming in, but the blue is coming from behind. Gonna put pressure on Runex. Runex will do it!
SST taking out UV has already got a knockdown here from JCan because Lucky J has just found him with an AUG. So now Deadly Strike has a prime opportunity here to eliminate yet another squad.
Unlucky for Sapao and Cole. The circle continues to move away from them. They need to move. Sapao, where is he going to go right now? They know exactly where he is, and Sapao will be taken out by Jason.
Especially with this blue zone now crushing in here, that's going to force him out in the open. So One Call is taking this opportunity now to get himself set up to ambush whoever tried to come down into the circle.
Oh, Sylvia spots one out, and Sylvia gets to know that the crazy boy by Sylvia being kind of fired upon by the other side. No, Sylvia's still alive somehow. Lucky G will need to move in quickly, but Sylvia will be able to reset himself. But Lucky G comes in on time, and Lucky G 2 knockdowns back to back. Beautiful coming for Lucky G. Get the one, but no, that is it for Deadly Strike.
You know, the head of E36 water is still low, but they still need to try to get there faster though. Grab Grenade is going to be able to knock down Sylvia, so now they just need to deal with Starlo here, and they should be able to finish up E36.
Oh, at the same time, Triple A, they're waiting for all the commotion to happen before they come in. And now Jaxi, Starlord picking up his teammate. Jaxi is moving in with the Molly. Also, Molly forces them to move. Starlord managed to pick up his teammate, but now Starlord being shot at 43 health left. Starlord needs to retreat. Starlord needs to reset. Jaxi is still alive, trying to buy time for his teammates, but Eva will be gunned down. Starlord will reset.
Yep, he will be able to reset himself. A teammate is going to be coming in front of him, asking for the revive, but he doesn't exactly have the space to do so. Instead, he's going to try to send some frag grenades down, but One Call is going to be attracted by that instead and finds him through the brush. So E36 is out in 3rd place here. Now it's come down to the wire. Attack all around, as well as One Call now vying for this next chicken dinner.
Oh, here we go. 4v4. It's going to be a fair fight here, but then again, the circle does favor Triple A a little bit more. While one call, they have the high ground advantage instead. The airdrop drop between these two teams. One knockdown the lower ground. It's not possible for AAA to pick up their teammate. There won't be enough time.
It wouldn't be enough time indeed. It's One Call now. Looks like they're also maneuvering to try to get to that care package. It just drops right in the middle here. And what an interruption it is really for disruption actually for Attack All Around, because we auto skirt out of the way. They aren't able to flank their way down southwest. So just like Jedi is going to be able to get his car down, it's going to attract some shots coming in for One Call as well. As Shibiri attempts to try to finish off him before auto skirt before he's going to be able to get a revive. But oh yes, he does get the ping just off to the edge of the tree there, so that allows him to take out Ultra Script. Now Jedi is finding himself in trouble because he's out open here, has a car, and Shibari has him in his sights.
Oh, One Call looking good so far. They are putting a lot of pressure on the AAA. They're not allowing them to make their move. They're not allowing them to open up. Instead, One Call is the team that open up. Look at them opening up the flags. Where is AAA going to go? They're choking AAA to the edge of the blue.
Yeah, it's choking them indeed. Trick is going to be getting in the car right now. No doubt to try to continue to flank AAA right now. Equilucia is going to have to cut off Chipirit, who has already moved up quite far forward. They're going to try to keep the
Here we go.
Get the knockdown onto Equilucia instead, though. So Simboy, Jaxi now moving up in front. Jakku 2 up is already down. They just need to find Jedi, who is all by his lonesome at the edge of the circle here. One Call has this a lot. Simboy goes up in front.
There you go.
Takes the kill. Winner chicken dinner for Indonesia. And will always spawn the same type of vehicle, so perhaps that's like it makes me think of like the World War II strategy. Oh my god,
wow.
War is just broken down as XT1 finds me some flying finishes off very quickly. Redsea Esports were still on the move that time, so they're not going to be able to respond to this at all.
So he needs to find somewhere to reset, but it looks like his teammates decide to just crash in.
Yeah, they're going to crash in straight away. Unicorn Venom is. Babazai comes out top. Unfortunately, he gets knocked down immediately. Both of them get taken out right from the get-go here. And the last kill at the time, Pablo finishes off Redsea Esports. They tried to take a fight here.
Ooh, Trick now just playing, just scouting out his opponent. But okay, this ledge is going to be pretty tricky because of how rough the terrain is. But looks like Jaxi is just going to crash in. He's going to go past by. Shots fired to Jaxi. Jaxi, 50% of health, still survives. But no, not for long.
Not for long until Hakai gets the last laugh there. So he's going to be on the ground and oh, that's just savage there from Hakai. Just not only got a knockdown, but just eliminates him by running him over. No prisoners taken in this game for sure.
Yeah, splat there. And now, with that signal, it's going to be hard for them to get across because now they know that, okay, there's a lot of people right in front of them.
Okay, so it was number 1 that was keeping SST under siege here, but Feven is already up in front, so is Imhak as well. Runex is actually caught on the outside, so Tay9 is going to try to go for the revive. Imhak got caught around the side as well, so Feven is going to be a little bit alone on this approach in front. In fact, he's going to be knocked down as well as EXO Chimpy actually picks them off from a distance there, so a bit of a third-party situation, and oh no! Not able to get a knockdown at all, so they will be able to slip on by. PMA is also moving in onto Unicorn Venom's position here, but number 1 tries to collapse onto Theeerathon FIVE here, so it looks like they are under siege as well. And in fact, they are also getting hit upon by one call as well. So it's a bit of a three-way fight here. Theeerathon FIVE attempting to use this opportunity here to get some pot shots in, but it seems like they're not able to wipe out most of them. Yeah, Sapawo is already down. We already have Teddy setting up, trying to get a frag grenade in. Chimpy in the meantime picking up one on the Deva, and then Gex also getting a good frag grenade on the PLM. So PLM might be a bit of trouble there, getting into a counter right at this point. The Unicorn Venom still hold up inside the warehouse here, but PMA is surrounded them on all sides. Smell sends out a smoke grenade. He still has a couple more in his pack with 2 frag grenades as well, but he gets a spray there. A Molotov is going to force him to move out of position, but Teddy takes a little bit too much damage, has to pull back. Snops is trying to get some shots through the window right now to flush out this last member, but still, he is not going to be budging anytime soon.
They find it difficult to get just that one guy. Oh my goodness, it looks almost like Smell is just like a Rambo at this point, but now they're rushing in, they're trying to find their target, they're looking around, but they can't seem to find where he is.
And still has their full stack, so I would say that was a good fight for them.
Yeah, that is a good fight, and it was a clean one because they didn't lose anyone at all.
Yep,
but
EXO.
Yeah, okay. Oh wow, look at the amount of teams here.
Yep, NGE and Deadly Strike moving in onto each other at the same time, forcing them to bring out the frag grenades. Goni able to get onto E36. It looks like they lost 2 members there. E36 has Hakai with a double frag there. Will be able to take down 2 members of Deadly Strike. This is looking bad for DST because right now they need to get a return fire. They do find one in the form of Bang that blue taking some shots as well, and the frag grenade is already down to less than half his health. Another frag grenade is when he headed his way. NGE still has Hakai on the back line there, but he needs to come in for the support.
Oh, Hakai tries to spot out his opponent. Oh, that's very, very close there for Lucky G. Lucky for him, but okay, that it is. J-Can finishes off Lucky G, and that is it for PMA.
If they could, yeah, that's going to be it here. But PMA is in the prime position now to control the northern side. They just need to watch out for Miyu, who could potentially be an interloper, but then that last frag has already put him down very low. Teddy's going to be setting a Molotov in. Just misses him a little bit. Still going to be spreading fire around the outside. Teddy actually lost one to fire there. What is he doing? What is he doing? Miyu finishes off with a frag grenade popping on the top. There's the Teddy. Ends up actually on the ground instead of the other member of team number 1.
Well, I understood he was blinded by the stun grenade, but then again, if you're blinded, I don't know, man. Maybe it was kind of like an anticipation and all that, but yeah, kind of like nerves, but yeah, that just happened at the end of the day. But we gotta give credit to Miyu, who did that. He blinded, he had the molly, he tossed a nade, and he got that knockdown.
Well, London is trying to get his attention while he's letting his teammate move up in front, hopefully to try to get a revive. And Teddy has a good ping onto Miyu as well. Fight's still breaking out here as 310 under fire from NHE. Wesker is already down. Goni is already down. Dat Blue is attempting to be a third party as well, setting some frag grenades. Frags are going to coming out from NHE, and that actually knocks off Wello, and they will be able to eliminate the entirety of that Japanese team. It doesn't look like PMA is doing quite well. In fact, Les London is the last remaining member, so it seems like Miyu is just absolutely killing it out there right now. Attack all around under fire from frag grenade. Another grenade just blowing up cars around him, but somehow J-Dye still survives.
Oh, that was a close one there for J-Dye. And now J-Dye, they still have the high ground advantage. Hakai tossing out utilities, tossing out the smoke just to block the vision of AAA. But then again, AAA, they are by the edge of the circle. They have a little bit more advantage. Vehicle will be used by Hakai and Co. They're going to go in on the AAA.
And then new House Esports actually wrap around the side there, so now AAA is the one that's being gate-kept a little bit, and with only the shack here and no vehicles left, they cannot get out of the zone. But NGE attempts to try to get through the gauntlet here. One knockdown. That blue is also being taken up by Jack Wall, so Attack Auto Brown still has the last laugh.
Oh, there it is. And now we're down to the top 6 teams. Long range coming in from Lunun. He's the last member of PMA. He has been holding on to the shack for the longest time. He has the right weapon. The MK12 can help him with those long range taps.
All PMA's Lun Lun, number 1's Mio, and J Ken, the only solo remaining members of of their respective teams now, are just left outside the circle here.
Well, it does look like AAA. They are just going to deny themselves to the blue. Playing a little bit of a healing game there, but he knows. If he goes out, he's going to be 3 point to another team, so he might as well just wait it out, use as many utilities as possible, and give himself up to the blue, and this will be the moment that they will be eliminated.
Lun Lun still crawling on the ground right now. The blue zone closing in around him. He's already within the safe zone though, but you still have to move, no doubt, in the next part. The team number 1, Hoan, gets the kill to Miou now, so his long run so far that shack has finally come to an end. I know, right? So the thing is that he's the only person who can be the spoiler right now, and actually just focusing more their attention on the T5, which is kind of warranted given that Tanadol has they are literally the leaderboard right now, and New House Esports looking for an opportunity to kill them off, and with Lun Lun being alone, that should be an easy pick. And unfortunately, Pantapong takes out Long K from a distance, taking out his building as well, and Lun Lun getting into the mix, knocks down. Finally, he also gets a knockdown of the T13. This is looking really bad for HE. They started with a full stack. Now they're just down to 1.
Oh, they didn't know Lun Lun was behind there. Now Lun Lun is going to take this advantage. He's going to get 2 kills back to back. And right now, the tides have turned. Energy, only 1 player left.
Energy's only 1 player left. Lunun's just cleaning up the map now. It's finishing off 1, finishing off 2. There is going to be Hoan with the Molotov on the Tanadol. So Pantapong is the last one steady. Hoan, the last one steady for Lun yet again, picking up the kills one after another. So now it's down to the wire. T5 or PMA. Lun now moving on with the AUG.
1v1.
Head against.
Who got it?
Got the kill there.